On September 25, 2020, Lewis left early with the concealed antique revolver loaded with his special ammunition. It's speculated that carrying with him years of unreleased anger against his violent father, he made his way to the family house to revenge by confronting his dad. But Lewis would never reach his destination because he was apprehended by police before reaching his childhood home. Louis de Zoysa seemed to be frightened. The cops try to soothe him, blaming his strange behavior on nervousness. However, Lewis would subsequently contend that his nervous behavior was a result of his autism. There was yet another possible aspect that was in play. Louis had his homemade ammunition put into his antique revolver, which was surreptitiously hidden inside his jacket.
You're just going to be searched, mate. You're not under arrest. I just need to search you. You okay? All right. Just a bit nervous, yeah?
My parents, please.
Okay. Are they expecting you home? Okay, that's fine. All right, that's fine.
You give me 2 seconds. You give me 2 seconds. Do you want me to hold that? It's fine. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. In fact, my colleagues just explained. He was just quick search you, see if you've got anything, and you can have gone. This is all being recorded on body camera, okay? You're not in trouble. My colleagues just see you for the grounds. He was just quick search you, and you're free to go.
Okay.
Try to do a copy of the slip. Okay?
I'm going to confess, okay? In that bag is non-medical cannabis.
Okay. How much have you got in there?
I've got maybe 3 or so grams.
Okay. All right. I'm still going to have to search you. All right.
Yeah.
So, just pass me your phone and your mask. Okay. All my concern is at the moment is if you've got anything on that's going to hurt me or you. Any needles, any razor blades, anything like that. Okay, fine. Because you just told me you've got drugs on you, I'm just going to have to put you in handcuffs while I search you. The reason... What's the matter?
De Zoysa was arrested while walking along London Road in Norbury, South London. He told the 2 arresting officers he was carrying cannabis. However, in a holster hidden under his left arm, he was also found to be carrying an antique Colt revolver. His waistband was checked and he was frisked, but the officers missed the gun. They had no metal detector in their patrol car.
So the reason for that is people try and do silly things when we search them. They try and hurt themselves, they try and hurt police officers. All right?
Can you take me into the car, please?
Why? Don't resist. Listen to me very carefully.
I know.
Don't resist.
Okay, we'll put you in the car, but put
Yeah,
handcuffs on first, yeah?
Okay.
Is it someone's watching us?
Maybe take the bag, please. Thank you.
Why do you want us to sit you in the car?
Just worried, please.
Why? Why are you worried?
Just,
You think your parents might see?
no.
Right, get in the car, mate.
Louise appeared nervous and suspicious, but the officers continued to explain the process to him. Lewis, on the other hand, is truly afraid that they are going to discover his hidden weapon. So he swiftly comes up with a plan to divert their attention by requesting to be taken to the car. Even though Lewis was thoroughly searched by the officers, many pat-downs included, they were unable to find the gun that was covertly holstered beneath his clothes. Despite the officers locating what they believed to be ammunition, they were unaware that he might be carrying a pistol.
On London Road, junction with Pollard's Hill North, please. Don't put your hands in your pockets. Don't do that again. Do you understand? Do you understand? That's the 3rd time you've done that and I've told you not to. Next time, listen to me, next time you're going to be handcuffed to the back. Alright? 3 times I've asked you. You speak perfectly good English. Stop doing it.
It's for our safety as well, because we don't know if you're reaching for a knife, we don't know what you're reaching in for your pocket.
Inside is my...
Received.
It's my ID, which has my address.
At the moment, I've tried to do you a favour by taking you off the street. You've not told me why. I'm just saving you a little bit of embarrassment. Now you've reached into... Stop talking. You've now reached into your pockets 3 times I've told you not to, right? You've now told me you've got drugs on you when I thought you might have had some sort of tool on you to burgle someone's house. So now I'm going to search you stood right here, all right? Because I don't know what else you've got on you. And I think there's more to this story than you're letting on, despite having drugs on you, all right?
The officer's intuition kicked in, sensing there was more to the suspect than met the eye. A hidden truth, perhaps concealed in shadows, fueled the officer's suspicion.
Okay, so I asked you earlier, I'm not too sure what the answer was. Have you got anything on you like sharp that can hurt me or you?
No.
No?
See what it is. It's not
Yeah, canisters.
Oh.
Right, at the moment, I'm
Right.
placing you under arrest
okay.
for possession of what I believe to be bullets. Right. Could I have van and cell space for one male adult arrested for possession of what I believe to be bullets on London Road, junction with Pollard Hill North?
Even though Lewis was thoroughly searched by the officers, many pat-downs included, they were unable to find the gun that was covertly holstered beneath his clothes. Despite the officers locating what they believed to be ammunition, they were unaware that he might be carrying a pistol. After that, Louis de Zoysa was put in the rear of the vehicle and driven to the Croydon Custody Center. De Zoysa was then taken to the Croydon Custody Center in the back of a police van. Detectives believe it was during this journey he moved the gun from the holster to his hands, still cuffed behind his back. De Zoysa is seen in the camera footage shifting and squirming while traveling there. Here, he is taking the revolver from its holster and placing it in his hands. He's seen hanging onto the gun as he gets out of the police car. Louis de Zoysa is then led to the interview room where he is due to meet with Sergeant Matt Ratana. Despite the officers conducting a thorough search of Louis, including multiple pat-downs, they somehow failed to uncover the firearm secretly holstered below his clothing. There was also no metal detector at the entrance to the custody area, so the gun was not found as he entered. Once inside the custody suite, Sergeant Ratana told de Zoysa he would need to be searched again.
Stand up, mate.
He's been a bit.
Go on.
Okay, I think this is it.
Stand up.
So please leave.
What?
Please, leave. I think I'm going to pass on.
Okay, listen to me. My name's Matt. I'm the custody officer. Right? I'm in charge of the investigation. You've been arrested on suspicion of possession of bullets, ammunition, and possession of intent to supply.
Class B.
Class B. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Your detention's not been authorised yet, but I can authorise a search of you under Section 54 of PACE. Stand up. Mate, you're good enough to.
Once inside the custody suite, Sergeant Ratana told de Zoysa he would need to be searched again. As another officer pulled him to his feet, de Zoysa brought his still-cuffed hands from behind his back and shot Sergeant Ratana in the chest and leg at the Croydon Custody Center. He tried to unalive himself after the attack and was left with brain damage. Due to the injuries he sustained after trying to unalive himself, de Zoysa, 26, of Banstead, Surrey, could only communicate through a whiteboard and remained impassive at that time. Later at the police station, these same officers showed great courage in disarming de Zoysa whilst he continued to fire the gun. I am in amazement at the bravery exhibited by the officers present in the detention center that evening. Sergeant was hit in the chest by the first of 3 shots discharged by de Zoysa. A second bullet struck him in his thigh and a third went into the cell wall before de Zoysa was wrestled to the ground by other officers. During the attack, the 4th bullet hit de Zoysa himself as he fired and a subsequent blood clot left him with brain damage and physical disability. It may never be possible to know exactly what was going through his mind at the time of the shooting due to communication issues brought on by his injuries. Sergeant Ratana, who was known as Matt, died of his injuries in hospital. Ratana was born on May 3, 1966 in the Hawke's Bay region of New Zealand and was of Maori descent. Born Maisha Ratana, he was known as Matt to his family and colleagues. He moved to England in 1989, working for the Metropolitan Police for nearly 30 years. Ratana had also served with New Zealand Police, joining the British High Commission Wing in 2003 and serving in the Auckland City and Counties Manukau Police Districts before returning to the UK in 2008. He had served in the Met Police for almost 30 years and was 3 months from retirement before being unalived by de Zoysa. Ratana was taken to hospital, where he died from gunshot wounds. No police firearms were discharged during the incident. A non-police revolver was recovered from the scene, which had been missed in the initial pat-down of the subject. The suspect was in handcuffs during the incident. Ratana was the first police officer to be killed inside a British police station, and his death prompted the Independent Office for Police Conduct to recommend all forces carry handheld metal detectors. Louis De Zoysa was born on the 17th of July 1997 in a Sri Lankan family living in the UK. He was aged 13 years and 11 months when he was formally diagnosed with autism. His father is from Sri Lanka, while his mother is a British national. He used to live with his family in Norbury, South London. Louis acquires double descent, Sri Lankan and British. His ethnicity is mixed. Talking about the parents, Louis De Zoysa's father's name is Channa. He is a former yoga instructor and bicycle repairer. He is a Sri Lankan. His mother, Elizabeth, is a licensed translator. She is from the UK. He has 4 other siblings. He used to live in Norbury, South London, with his family. His religion. Along with his family, Louis used to follow Roman Catholicism. They are usually known as a church-going family who are super strict. His school Louis had attended John Fisher School in Pwllheli, South London. He was there from 2008 to 2015. He was considered a brilliant student in his school days. De Zoysa was beaten by his father at home and had vicious bullying at school. He wasn't officially diagnosed with autism until he was almost 14 years old. He was in a committed relationship, lived alone in Banstead, Surrey, and had a good career as a tax analyst at HMRC at the time of the shooting. After the murder, De Zoysa's house was discovered to have a cache of weapons, including a dummy launcher, a pipe gun, several types of ammo, and a shortened infantry rifle. His interest in guns was verified by a check of his digital devices, which also turned up information about right-wing extremism, Islamic extremism, and homophobia, all of which he later denied having any interest in. When De Zoysa was considered well enough, though still requiring hospital treatment, after himself being wounded by one of the bullets fired during the shooting. On June 29, 2021, he was deemed well enough to be formally charged with murder. On April 28, 2023, Louis De Zoysa pleaded not guilty to the murder whilst appearing via video link from the hospital at Northampton Crown Court. De Zoysa was due to stand trial at Northampton on June 6, 2023. De Zoysa's lawyer argued that De Zoysa, who has Asperger's syndrome, was experiencing an autistic meltdown at the time of the shooting and was, therefore, not guilty of murder. His defense argued diminished responsibility due to an autistic meltdown, but the jury convicted him of murder. Following his trial at Northampton Crown Court, De Zoysa was convicted of murder on June 23, 2023. He was sentenced on July 27, 2023 to life imprisonment with a whole life order, meaning he will spend the rest of his life in prison. Zoysa was found guilty of murder after a trial at Northampton Crown Court. Sergeant Ratana's partner, Sue Bushby, described his murder as the most devastating event in her life. She fondly remembered his smile, humor, and kind personality. Matt Ratana's brother James Young said the search for Louis De Zoysa was not done right. Our heartfelt condolences to the family and friends of Sergeant Matt Ratana. This tragic loss serves as a reminder of the risks faced by law enforcement officers while protecting our communities. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think, and leave the comment below. We appreciate you all and take care. We would like to let you know that we upload new videos every week. Click that like button and hit the notification bell if you like the video.